So India has surpassed China as the world's most populous nation. You heard that right. A report by the United Nations Population Fund estimates India's population of 142.6 crore to be almost 3 million more than China's. The United States is a distant third with an estimated population of just 340 million. Indonesia and Pakistan follow next on that list. The world population is also headed towards hitting the milestone of 8 billion people on the 15th of November. And together, India and China are going to account for more than one-third of this 8 billion plus population. So while Asia and Africa, both these continents are expected to be the key contributors to the next billion, Europe and China's contribution are going to be negative because of declining population. In fact, last year, China's population declined for the first time in 6 decades. And if the UN report holds, China's population is going to further decline, leading to a more aged population than India's. Further, China's working age population has been on a slump since the year 2012. And according to estimates by the United Nations, the Chinese population between the age of 15 and 64 could decline by 60% this century itself. This is, of course, in sharp contrast to India, which is expected to benefit from the demographic advantage of a younger and a more skilled workforce. Despite the high of 8 billion, global population growth seems to be tapering off. While the global population has grown 2.3% annually in 1963, it fell below 1% every year in 2020, which was a first since the 1950s. Rising life expectancies, falling fertility rates, these are some of the biggest contributors to the kind of decline we're seeing in population. Global fertility rate has more than halved over the last 7 decades, and if this slowdown continues, then global population is expected to peak at 10.4 billion in the 2080s and decline thereafter. So while the world may be aging a bit, India is clearly alive, it's young, with the largest youth population across the world. But can the world's most populous country reap this demographic dividend, like we call it, to its advantage? That is something we're watching very closely.